And here we have another unboxing brought to you by you. You guys have asked me to see a bunch of stuff. I spent a bunch of my money so that you could see a bunch of stuff. And this is one of those things. This is the Rep Fitness Black Canyon bar, and we're unboxing it today on the GymCrafter YouTube channel. Welcome back to the GymCrafter YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Tim. I am the head gym nerd here at GymCrafter.com, the website and YouTube channel that I built to help ordinary folks like you and I build home and garage gyms that we absolutely love. And one of the things I absolutely love most in the entire world of home gyms is barbells. And you guys, if you follow the channel, you know that. If you don't follow the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I got all kinds of barbell stuff coming to you. I'm probably never gonna run out of it. And this one today is brought to you because you guys asked. As I talked about in the last barbell unboxing I did for the Badlands bar, Rep Fitness has released a ton of really great barbells over the last year, but unfortunately, only the most expensive ones happen to get the most love. And very little is out there about their mid-tier stuff. They kind of got released under the radar. Nobody was sent them for free. So I ponied up some money and I bought them so that I could bring them to you guys, and you can stop emailing me to look at these bars. So we're gonna do an unboxing for this bar today. As usual, we start all of my unboxings with the packaging, and Rep Fitness, not only have they upgraded their barbells, they have finally upgraded their packaging.
Yay!
For the first bunch of Rep barbells, and I've been reviewing Rep barbells for quite a long time now, they always showed up. Not the bars never ended up damaged, but the packaging was just a mess. And this is really nice. Now, the Badlands bar, which I unboxed, you can check out that video. I just released it before this one. Came in a very unique packaging. I really hope the Rep moves to packaging all of their bars that way. I think it's a really great way to package barbells. I would be interested to see if they're getting any shipping damage claims on those. But this one is in a normal tube, not beat up, not cracked, not split. The end of it's a little bit beat up, but it doesn't look like there's any issues on the inside. So let's get this bar out of the tube so that you guys can take a look. So let's go over the specs here while I'm getting this thing cleaned up and unwrapped. It is a mixed use barbell. It comes in at 20 kilograms. It's 86.6 inches long. The loadable sleeve length is 16.3 inches. The shaft diameter is 28.5 millimeters with a sleeve diameter of 50 millimeters, which basically means it fits your standard Olympic plates. Bushings and bearings, it's a hybrid, so it's a combination of ball bearings and a brass bushing, I believe. The sleeve style is a smooth. The knurl is a medium volcano knurl, which we'll definitely touch on. There is no center knurl. It has dual knurl markings, IPF and IWF, and those are the things that makes this a mixed-use barbell, or the dual knurl rings, the faster sleeve spin, the no center knurl, and a little bit smaller diameter shaft. The bar comes in two finish options, all nickel or all black chrome. And it's got a 1,500 pound weight capacity and 190,000 tensile strength. So there's your specs on the bar. Guys, let's go over it end to end, and I'll kind of show you some things that are remarkable about it, what sets it apart within Rep's lineup, and then we'll end the video with an idea of who might be a good customer for this bar. First of all, this bar runs $249. It's about $100, a little bit more than $100 less than their Colorado bar. And let's start with where this bar fits in the Rep Fitness lineup. So when you're looking at a multi-purpose bar like this, one with no center knurl, one with dual knurl rings, one with a little faster sleeve spin, a little bit narrower shaft diameter, their top end flagship bar is their Colorado bar. That's what fits this. And the Colorado bar is available in some really nice high-end finishes, and that's one of the things that makes it more expensive, along with a couple other touches which I'll touch on. If you're not looking to spend between $300 and $400 for a barbell, and you want to get the functions of the Colorado bar but not spend that much, that's why you would go with something like this, the Black Canyon bar. Now, the knurl on this is the same as the Colorado bar. It's also the same knurl as the Delta Basic bar. However, the knurl is directly impacted by the finish. And the reason I'm saying that is I have felt, I don't have the Colorado bar here, but I've used it, and I have the Delta Basic bar right here. All three bars are supposed to have the same knurl, and I would tell you that all three bars have a distinctly different feel. So the knurl on this particular bar feels smaller and closer together than the knurl on the Delta Basic bar. The Delta Basic bar feels a little bit more grippy. It feels, the knurl feels a little bit more chunky. This is definitely, for my money, if you're getting it for a mixed use and you're going to be doing high rep Olympic style movements, I actually like this bar better than I like that Delta Basic bar, which is perfect because the Delta Basic bar is designed to be more of a powerlifting bar. So the little tiny bit more aggressive knurl on that is going to fit that style of lifting. Whereas with this, it's going to be a little bit more passive. Now it's not passive, it's still got good grip, but I wouldn't say that it's definitely not the Black Diamond Power Bar, which is one step up in knurl from this, but it has a knurl that's appropriate for its use as a mixed use barbell. As far as how the knurl is applied, as with all of Rep's bars, they do a great job in the application of the knurl. The knurl terminations are really good. There's no overlap. There's a technical term for the overlap. You've seen it on cheap bars where they clearly make one pass of knurl and then take another pass on the knurl and they overlap and they don't match up. This is really well applied. Their quality control standards on all of their barbells are fantastic. There's not a lot of play in the sleeves. Very good tolerances on these. Rep is right now really making some of the best barbells in the world, and this feels like it's going to live up to that. So the knurl on this is nice. So again, for a mixed use barbell, it's got supposedly the same knurl as the Colorado bar, but like I said, because of this black chrome finish, the finish does change the feel of the knurl. So if you felt the Colorado bar and you order this, it's not going to feel exactly the same. I don't think you'll be disappointed. They're very, very, very similar, but they do feel slightly different. Same thing if you've used the Delta Basic bar. Now let's talk about the finish. It is not as black as a Spinal Tap album, but it is close, right? This is awesome. When I ordered, I ordered two of their bars that were kind of middle tier bars. I did the Badlands bar and I did that in all nickel. This is also available in all nickel. And then I got this one in the black chrome. That's the two finishes both of those bars come in. I wanted to see one of each. Now, black chrome, the difference between the two is black chrome is supposed to be more durable than the nickel, but won't protect from corrosion as well. So if you're not buying based on looks, it sounds like the way that Rep is positioning these is if you're gonna live in more of a humid climate and you're more worried about corrosion than anything else, then you're gonna want the nickel bar. If you're not so much concerned about corrosion, but you are concerned about the durability of the finish and it lasting longer, seems like their marketing material is telling you to go with this. I don't know that there's gonna be a huge difference between them, but what I expected is, I've been doing this for a really long time. I got my first home gym back when I was 13, so geez, that's over 40 years ago, and that was a Sears barbell that was painted black. So that was the first attempt I saw at black barbells. And then between then and now, companies have come out with all different kinds of ways to do a black bar because, well, black, right? I mean, great color choice, awesome looking bar. This thing looks so sweet. It's as black as a black Cerakote bar, but it's not Cerakote. But what I expected for the price point especially is what they call a black oxide, which they still make in some bars. The problem with black oxide is black oxide rubs off. Now I will come back and do a review of this 4 to 6 months down the road. This is gonna go in the rack. It's gonna go right into the rotation. I'm gonna use the heck out of it. And the nice thing about this, hopefully over that black oxide, is hopefully this will last longer, but this is a deeper black. Like I said, this looks like a black Cerakote bar, even though it's not. And it feels like that it doesn't feel to be as thick of a finish as Cerakote. When I look at the knurl, a lot of times on a Cerakote bar, you can actually see where the knurl has been filled in a little bit with the Cerakote, and I don't see that on this bar. So that's nice. Hopefully it lasts. With that black oxide, what happened was it wore off really quickly, right? And it didn't do a great job of protecting from corrosion. So we'll see over time. It is late January right now, so this will get to see most of a summer before I actually review it again. But the finish is really pretty. I don't see any issues with it all. On this shoulder right here is the only place right along the edge, and it may or may not come across on the video, but when you bought those black oxide bars, you could tell that there was metal underneath. It wasn't an opaque finish. You could kind of see the shiny metal underneath. This, for the most part, is opaque. The only place where I can kind of see a little bit of the resemblance to black oxide is right here on the edge of this shoulder. But other than that, the finish is super sweet. So far, both bars that I've got in these different finishes and their mid-tier bars, both the nickel and the black chrome, are really, really sharp, really, really nice looking, especially once you get all that stuff cleaned off of them. So that's the finish, that's the Knurl. As far as the bar spin goes, this is pretty sweet. All right, it spins faster than a bushing bar. So if you're used to a power bar where it's got that nice buttery smooth spin, but there's definitely some resistance there. And if you spin the ends, it doesn't kind of spin forever. These have a lot more spin to them. So these spin a lot more freely, and that's to facilitate some more ballistic style movements, some cleans, some snatches, some more Olympic style movements, some CrossFit style lifting. So if you're gonna be doing that type of lifting, this would be a good bar for that. Where this kind of saves some money over the Colorado bar. So if you're deciding between this and the Colorado, here's the differences. So the end cap on this is a printed end cap. The Colorado is a multicolor enameled end cap. Their high-end end caps are beautiful, but these are pretty sweet as well. You even get a sticker that matches it, but I'm a sucker for stickers. But anyway, the sleeves are both gonna be smooth. Now on the Colorado bar, you're gonna have some engraving on the inside here. And that engraving is going to give it kind of a higher end fit and finish and touch. It's not going to affect the workings of the bar. As far as the inner workings of the bar, the Colorado bar is going to have what's called a composite bushing. So I don't think the Colorado bar spins quite as freely as this, but it's going to spin a little bit smoother than this does, if that makes sense. But this is a less expensive way to do bar spin, so that's one of the reasons it's priced lower. The Colorado bar is going to be available in either Cerakote or hard chrome. Those are two more expensive finishes. There are also two finishes that are going to be more durable and more corrosion resistant than your nickel or your black chrome. So if you're concerned about those two things, it may be worth it to spend the extra $100 or more on the Colorado bar versus this, but that's one of the ways that the price is different. So that's really the differences, are the finish and those little details and touches. But other than that, if you're looking for a great mixed use barbell, and like I said, you don't want to spend $300 or $400 on the Colorado bar, this would be a great way to go. The other one to look at is a Delta Basic bar. I do have a full review on that posted here on the channel, and that's a $180 barbell, so it's about $70-80 less than this. You can tell I'm a math whiz. So this is, I think, $249. That's $160 or $170, so $80 less, $90 less, something like that. But the difference there is the Delta bar doesn't have it just has bushings, as brass bushings, so it doesn't have as free of a sleeve spin, and it does have a center knurl. But technically, supposedly, it has the same knurl, but I think it does have a little bit more bite to it. So that's kind of the good, better, best as far as the bars go. But like I said, if you're looking for an all-around multi-purpose barbell, if you're looking for a bar where you're like, hey, I'm only gonna have one bar, and you're gonna be doing more than powerlifting, you're gonna be doing some cleans, some snatches, some overhead pressing where you're dropping the bar to the floor, you're doing more ballistic style movements, then this is gonna be a good barbell for you. Typically, when I recommend bars for people in their home gyms, when they're only gonna have one bar, is you either want a multi-purpose bar like this, or you're going to get a powerlifting bar. And the powerlifting bar is for folks who you're only going to do bench press, overhead press, squat, deadlift, and rows, and that's your primary lifting. You're better off with the power bar, not something like this. If you want something that's going to be suited to a broader array of lifting, then a multi-purpose bar like this will probably help you. But so that's the overview. Like I said, I'm going to put this to work between this and the Badlands bar. The Badlands bar is a really aggressively knurled power bar. This is going to be a much less aggressively knurled multi-purpose bar, but both are $249. So I think that they're going to be a really nice suit for those of you out there who don't want to necessarily go with the cheapest barbell, but you're not looking to spend $300 or $400 on a barbell. So that is the Black Canyon bar. So in black, it's quite black. It couldn't be much more black. And that's my terrible Spinal Tap impression. I was going to not do that, but I can't help myself. Man, I wish I could do impressions. I would do impressions here on the channel all the time if I could do impressions, but I can't, so that's all you're getting. And if you have any questions on the bar, please drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to, put a caliper on something or put a weight plate on something or test something out for you before you spend your own $249 on this. Like I said, I did buy this with my own money. Rep did not send this to me, so I'm happy to give you guys a completely honest review once I get this done. But if you have questions between now and then, let me know. And then if you've watched this far and you haven't liked the video, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And like I said, there is going to be an affiliate link below. The way that Rep knows to maybe send me stuff for free instead of making me pay for it would be if you buy them through the affiliate link if you decide to buy this bar. So I'd appreciate that. And I think that's all I've got for now. And until the next review, unboxing, podcast, all kinds of stuff going on here in the GymCrafter YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys a lot. Until then, I'm Tim with GymCrafter.